Okay, hello everyone. My name is Shauna Cody, and I am your child's AP Calculus teacher this year. And I was also their teacher last year for pre-calc, so I'm really excited to get to work with them again. All right, let me share my screen with you, and I'm going to show you how the course is organized, and I'll talk a little bit about grading also. Okay, so all right, so here is the course. It's AP Calculus AB. The AB means that it corresponds to Calc 1 at most colleges. There's also an AP Calc BC, which we've offered in the past, but haven't, that was before my time. And I'd like us to offer it again, if there's a student who would like to take it, but that corresponds to Calc 2 at most colleges. So, Shauna Cody is my name. My contact information is here. It's just my school email. If you would like to join our Google Classroom so you could see the materials I'm about to show you, this is our classroom code, and your child can show you how to sign up for it. Here's our Zoom ID, which we use for the remote, when students are remote learning. And then I'm going to start communicating, making some announcements through the Remind app. And this is the code to join. If you would like to receive the same announcements that your student does, you can join our Remind group by using this code. And again, your child can show you how to do that. So there's that. Let's look at Google Classroom so I can show you how everything is organized. Okay, so the most important thing document in Google Classroom for us is our calendar, because the students can access every other document through the calendar, and there's also links provided to our videos. And yeah, so here it is. Okay, so we could take a look at Friday. So Friday, what they had to do was watch a video, complete some practice exercises that correspond to the video, and then another video, and then more exercises. So they could just click here, and then it brings them right to the lesson. All right, and this is just a 5-minute video. The videos will never be over 10 minutes. If I'm doing a video and I'm going over 10 minutes, then I'll stop it right there, give them some practice to help them process what was in the video, and then I'll move on to another video. So it'll never be more than 10 minutes, a video. And so there's that. After they watch a video, then they do some practice. Okay, so right there is the link to this document that we're in right now, AP Calc Cycle B. So instead of units, we call them cycles, and they repeat about every 2 weeks. And at the end of a cycle, which is, you could think of it as a unit, we do like an assessment portion. Okay, so here are some blank notes that correspond to, so this is what I did in the video. So here's blank notes if the student would like to take notes along with the video. If the student would like to just listen to the video and try to just, really hear what I'm saying without taking notes. I'm a person who likes to take notes. That's how I process better that way. But I know some people, it's hard for them to pay attention and take notes at the same time. So if a student feels that way, like they learn better not taking notes, here are completed notes if they would like to just listen. Then there is a practice section, and then there are solutions, and that just keeps repeating. So what I just showed you was called a phase. So it's watching a video, doing some practice, verifying their solutions. That is a phase. And then once we're done with all the phases of a cycle, there's a portfolio that they put together at the very end. And I'll show you what, I'll show you a portfolio. How could I get back? I just want to go to my drive. Okay, portfolios. Okay. Yeah, so I'll just show you. Sorry for the delay. I meant to have this open. So a portfolio includes work for all of the phases. The students do it on a separate sheet of paper. They take a picture of it. They paste it in this portfolio document. Then they do some practice that is like all of the phases kind of put together. So they do some practice with all of the stuff that we've learned that cycle. That's called the recall practice. Because our goal, I tell the students, is to be able to recall this information at the end of the year. So here we are. There was a kitty. So at this point, we're trying to, just practice this stuff so that it remains in our brain. Then the students do something called a recall test. That is where they sit down and they take a test based on the recall practice. And with this test, they don't want to ask anyone for help. They don't want to use any notes, any websites. This is just a test. It's like a self-test for them to see what they have retained through the cycle and what they have not. After taking that test, I give them the answer key and they grade it. Now after taking the test, they also put pictures of their work in this portfolio. So I also grade the test. They grade the test, I grade the test. And then finally, we have a little discussion, a one-on-one discussion about how the cycle went for them. We talk about their learning habits, maybe their routine outside of school and adjustments they could make to help them get the most out of their brain. And then I'll type a little like summary up about that discussion, and then I'll put it in this portfolio. So it'll just be a snapshot of the entire cycle for them. And every few cycles, we'll make a big portfolio that consolidates the key information in some previous cycles. Okay, so there's that. Now let me talk about grading. Okay, the grading, since it's such an unusual year, the grading is going to be very, very straightforward and lenient. Or I shouldn't say lenient, because that we're expecting a high quality of work, but I don't want us to get bogged down in the grading so much. I want the students to focus on retaining the information and over their grade. So for that reason, the student will receive full credit for completing each portfolio. So like I said, we want a high quality, so I may ask them to go back and revisit certain parts of their portfolio, but just for completing that work, they will have 100 in the grade book. Where they might not have 100 is they're going to have a wonderful grade at the end of the year. I know these students, they're hard workers, and I know they're going to complete these portfolios. In addition to the AP exam at the end of the year, so I think most of your children have already taken AP courses, but the way it works is they take this test at the end of the year with all the other AP students in the country. It's graded on a 1 to 5 scale, and for earning a 3 on the AP test, most colleges are going to give them a credit for Calculus 1. If they earn a 4, they might get credit for Calc 1 and then maybe some additional credits on top of that. And then for earning a 5, I know, for example, at one point, Binghamton University was for a 5, they were giving credit for Calculus 1 and then credit for an entire additional math class. But that may have changed, but so that's just an example. So starting at a 3, students tend to earn college credit. Some colleges don't do that. Like I think the Ivy Leagues don't take AP credit or something like that, but most of the colleges do. Okay, so in addition to the AP exam, there will be a traditional final exam at the end of the year, which will comprise 20% of the student's overall average. So that'll be just a traditional test, and it will be graded like a traditional test. Okay, that's all I got to say. Let me stop sharing my screen and I'll say goodbye. If you have any questions or you need clarification on any of that, please feel free to email me or just ask your child, because things are going very smoothly. The kids are doing great, and I think they have a good understanding of the material we've learned so far, but also a wonderful grasp of this system that we've got and how to navigate it. Okay, so please ask them questions if you have any, and I'm available as well to answer any. Okay, take care. Bye-bye.